most professional athletes don't lose their wealth because they spend too much. They lose it because nobody ever told them the difference between earning and owning money. Whether you play in the top best league of your sport, NFL, CFL, Premier League, NFL, whatever, and if you're a professional athlete or work alongside one, what I'm about to share in the next 10 minutes may be the most important financial conversation you never had. Here's the trap. It's invisible, which is exactly what makes it effective. The moment a professional athlete signs their first major contract, two clocks start: their career clock and their wealth erosion clock. And the thing is that most athletes, they are just aware of one, their career clock. X-Pro, one of European leading organizations supporting former professional football players, soccer player, work with over 30,000 ex-players across the continent. Not 330,000. Former professionals who needed help navigating life after sport, many of them financially. And the pattern they describe is always the same. Players who earn exceptional money during their career, players who trusted the wrong people or signed things they didn't understand or simply never built a structure to protect what they earn. This isn't about a country. This isn't about a sport. This is professional sport. And this happens everywhere. So the question isn't whether athletes earn enough, because most of them, they do. The question is, what is actually happening to it? So there are three structural reasons why peak earning years become financially dangerous, and none of them are what you will hear maybe in mainstream financial content. The reason number one is that you have an income, but you don't have a system. Most professional athletes have money coming in. Very few has a wealth architecture, a structure that separates what you spend today from what you protect from tomorrow, from what you build for your future. Think of it in 3 layers. An operational layer, so this is your day-to-day expenses, a sanctuarized buffer, 18 to 24 months of protected liquidity that nobody touch, not even your agent, not even your advisor, not even your family, not even yourself. Maybe yourself a bit, but no one touch it. And a long-term wealth layer, that this is the capital that works independently on your salary. Most athletes just have one layer. That's it. Problem is that when the contract ends, so does everything. The reason number two is that you are trusting people you can't verify. And I'm not saying that your financial advisor is dishonest. It's not what I want to say. I'm saying, do you actually know what they are doing with your money? I'm meaning by that, are you able to explain it right now? What your wealth is, where your wealth is, what is it doing, and why? If you just hesitate right now, even for a second, that's the problem. Not your advisor, it's your problem. Because if you can't evaluate what someone is doing, then you are not their client. You are dependent of them. And we have seen tons and tons of stories of players who were just trusting blindly advisor about everything. They were just delegating everything because they were just focused on their sport. I'm not saying that it's bad. But the thing is that when the reality comes for a lot of them, they realize that, okay, I have this big tax bill that I have to pay and I was never aware of that. Or I signed contract and I signed investment project that actually are not the one that I expected and I ended up in a really bad situation. Those type of story happens a lot. This is why, again, you need to be aware of your investment. And the third reason is that your earning window is shorter than anyone can admit. And again, I know that I repeat myself a lot regarding this point, but this is really, really important. According to Cazenove Capital, the average professional football career lasts over 8 years. So soccer lasts over 8 years. For an American football player, this is 3.5. 8 years or 3.5 of big earnings. And then statistically, you have 50 more years of life to fund. 8 years or 3.5 years versus 50. That's not comfortable a ratio if you haven't built a system. And yet, most financial planning for athletes isn't structured around that reality. It's structured around maximizing the next transaction, not the next 5 decades. So, what does the solution look like? Start with one decision. It's education before delegation. The athletes, who protect their wealth long term, they didn't get lucky and they're not genius. So they are not like this. They just made a decision to understand their money before they hand it to someone else. They asked difficult questions, they built framework that didn't depend on one advisor, one market, one currency, one direction, etc. They understood that financial sovereignty, the ability to control your wealth regardless of what happened in any given market, isn't a luxury for ideal athlete. It's the minimum standard. And again, I'm not saying this for you to become a financial expert or whatever. I know that your sport asks you a lot, and this is already. But the minimum, as I said before, is to be able to understand the big lines, not all of it in detail. And this is why people are here to delegate and to help you. But you need to be able to understand. And this is exactly what we do at Barry Consulting. We are not selling a product. We are building a framework, one that you can understand, that you can control, that function whether you play in any part in the world, London, New York, Paris, or whatever. You have to work like this. And we work together alongside that. So if anything in this video created even one uncomfortable thought about your current financial situation, well, that was the intention. I've built a short investor profile quiz. It will take just 4 minutes. And at the end, you'll have a clear picture of where you stand and what your next step should be. The link is in the description. And for us, I will see you on the next one. Ciao, ciao.